So we're gonna say happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope all is well. My name is Ernest. I'm one of the team members here at TheProfitRoom.com. What we do at the Profit Room, we teach people how to trade and invest in the different financial markets. It doesn't matter what market that you're actually in. We show you how to be able to create, generational wealth through trading all types of markets, whether it's stocks, options, it could be futures, it could be forex. It doesn't matter what market it's in. If it has a chart, we can teach you how to trade it. And what we like to do is a lot of our information that we post a lot is a lot about empowerment and also, more importantly, self-sufficiency, especially in the economic downturns that we deal with nowadays. There's a lot of information out here that we want to make sure that people actually receive, no matter what. We want to make sure people receive it to know that, listen, there's a chance for me to benefit financially through these financial markets and that I can actually do it. Is a big, I would like to say, rumor sometimes that these financial markets that people trade and invest in, it may be a little bit difficult for you to participate. So we like to have interview individuals just like us to see how they benefited from trading the market. So I'd like to introduce a gentleman named Shaquille. Shaquille, tell us a little bit about yourself.
How's it going, everybody? My name's Shaquille Henderson. I'm from Boston, 27 years old. I had worked in finance for a few years, and now I work in marketing as a content strategist. And it kind of what brought me to the Profit Room. I kind of wanted to just learn more about stocks and options trading. It was one of those things that one of those buzzwords I'm all about with generational wealth. So I was like, this is the next step. So I reached out to you guys.
All right, so that's cool. So you already was in finance, which is great. You was conscious of your financial needs and things of that nature, which sometimes in our community it's hard to find that. So how'd you hear about the Profit Room? How'd you hear about the Profit Room first?
I had heard about the Profit Room. So there's a series called Building Black Wealth that happens out in Boston. We used to meet up in person, but at the start of like the pandemic and all the quarantine stuff, a lot of it switched to virtual. And Latoya was actually on one of the episodes, and when I saw it, she had some really good things to say. She had a similar background to mine, and she just echoed some similar sentiments to me. So for me, I was like, well, I saw that she was Black, she's from Boston, and she kind of started from like the same place that I did. So that made me want to, look at the videos on YouTube, and I was like, okay, like this doesn't make sense to me, but some of it makes sense. And I was like, I want to learn more. So I reached out to her, emailed her, and I was like, hey, like, how can I learn more? And she sent me the information and was like, this is an opportunity to learn for beginners. And I was like, I jumped on it.
All right. So as a beginner, when you watch, I know, and that's one of the things, you watch the YouTube videos, you get confused a little bit, and you saw, Latoya speaking at that summit for like empowerment and the Black community and things of that nature. When you started, before you started to take the course and get involved, what was your thought processes? Was you a little bit apprehensive? Did you think it was something that's going to be hard to achieve before you go into it? How did you feel those emotions? Because I like to hear that from different people when they step into that journey of trading and investing.
I think prior to it's sometimes it's hard to find the right program for you. I think for me it was like I learn more and I'm eager to learn more, but there's a price associated with everything, and I was like, I don't want to give the wrong person my money and like take a course and like take a class, and you'd be like, oh man, I didn't really get that much from this, So I wanted to make sure I was putting my my eggs in the right basket, and so I was a little nervous at first, just like in terms of kind of feeling things out. But I think from like the conversations that I had with Latoya via email and like just like seeing the videos, like I guess the whole vibe that I got was like, this is what I do, and like you can come do this, and like you don't necessarily have to do this. And I feel like that's as opposed to like somebody being like, give me your money. So I really appreciated like that part of it. I think seeing the videos and like seeing how it was less of a pitch and more of how the Profit Room's videos were more so just walking us through stuff and like the thought process. I was like, they're giving out free game here, and like they kind of get nothing from this. So I was like, this is the things that I want to work with.
And that's understandable, because in this business there's so many people out here that teach and they show so much, and we get that a lot, because it's like a trading or a coach relationship. I've been through so many coaches. There's so many people. They promised me this, they promised me that, and a lot of that has to do with you as an individual yourself, but also it does have a lot to do with the content that you're receiving, because you want to make sure you're not getting anything like, oh, here we go, another get rich quick or something like that, because of the marketing aspect is very emotional. So it draws you in because you want that lifestyle or you want to learn. And we all get caught up in life with that. So that's very understandable. So how did you feel when you started taking the course? Like from beginning, mid, and like from an absolute beginner, like you said, we get people, you watch the YouTube videos. Did you feel that it was structured enough for somebody like you who doesn't know anything about the market in order to grasp?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think the first class I was like, this is a lot. And then I was like, and like, you guys were like, oh, like you can rewatch this. And I was like, I had to rewatch it like 3 times because I need to kind of like go through this a few times. But I think it was, I think there were a few things, a few concepts that were very much so like easy to pick up as you hear it. But then there's some things that, you need to kind of dial back and like review on your own. Like when it comes down to like the fundamentals and such. This is like, you can take us through our like a company of your choosing, but I think it's better for us, and it was probably more crucial for me in my learning to go through it myself and say like, okay, this is how these candles look, this is how everything aligns, these are the numbers, here's how I expect this to move, and then like just watching the market and being like, oh, okay, I got that wrong, I got that right, why did I get that wrong, so but I felt like it was a good pace. There was definitely a lot of information, but I don't think it was like I was like semi overwhelmed, but not like it was fine.
All right, good. Because that's where a lot of people, they get with the seminar thing, You go to that seminar and you're there for the first 30 minutes and they're like, then you already zoned out. You like, I got another 5 hours of this and I'm done. But so that was good that it's right. You have to watch the stuff over and over again, and you have to do like your own homework to see it for yourself. Like we only could show you but so much, but once you do it on your own, you can see it, then you can apply it, and you can say, oh, okay, this is what they was talking about. Okay, that was what they was talking about. All right, so far as you continue to the course and go down a couple of weeks, what has the course helped you be able to do so far? What has it helped you be able to do?
I kind of started like I guess smaller with the I wanted to put some things into action, so I dived a little bit into certain stocks, and like I was able to like analyze a bunch of different charts and like kind of just recognize the stages of the stock market, and it just allowed me to kind of predict where certain investments were going. And I felt like once I got comfortable with predicting how stocks were moving, I was like, okay, now I can like, maybe now I'll like, I'll buy this stock. So I ended up buying a stock. And like one of the things I like that like, you kind of like really drilled into us was like the concept of, the emotions in the market. And based off those emotions in the market, I was like, like I have to always be cognizant to take one step back and like not get greedy, essentially. And so for me,
Mm-hmm.
I put my money in the market. There was a stock that I had that it was a Nikola. That stock went up crazy, and I had it. I think I bought it at like 12 bucks or something before the merger, and I was like, and then they had like all these certain dates like around the news, and I was like, all right, well, what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pay attention to everything. I was like, this isn't a good long-term buy because there's no financials, but there's a lot of hype in this, which means there's a lot of emotion behind this. So because of those things,
Correct.
this is gonna take off. But I have to be cognizant of when to take my money out. So so it skyrocketed, and some of my friends were like, let's keep this for the long run. But I was like, nah, I'm selling this. So I sold it at like 71. So like I made like a couple $100 just for like taking a step back and being like, I'm not trying to not trying to fall in love with anything in the market. I'm trying to get my
Yep.
money to leave. So I think that was one of the things for me where I was like, I can do this, So
Yeah. It's your thought process now,
yeah,
right? It's your thought process because when you're trained to look into the market, you're taking all those factors in consideration. You're not suckered into the hype or things of that nature. You're able to control yourself and be able to do that over and over again. So, which was great. So that's the power you have because, like you said, other friends and people, no, 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 let's go higher, let's get the most money we can get. The fact is that you know how to get in a trade and get out of a trade, and that's the hardest thing. Everybody can buy a stock, everybody can buy options, but they don't know when to get out. So you was able to reason based off of what you learned in order when to get out the trade. It's all risk versus reward. All risk versus reward. So another question so far, how had you like how have you liked the room with that as well? Like the whole room association with the other people that you were dealing with in Slack. I don't know if you still there. Yeah, I can hear
I'm
you.
sorry. Said I broke up a little bit.
No, I was just saying, how did you enjoy the association with the other people that you were learning with at the same time?
Oh, I love that. I didn't talk much, but I really appreciated I'm a big fan of being in similar spaces with like-minded people. And so for me, it was nice to just see people asking questions that I was asking, or like kind of we were all more or less like in the same spot. We had all gone through the same course, and so for us, it was like, okay, we can really feed off of each other. And so certain questions that I would have, somebody would already answer. You can kind of like message somebody one on one and be like, hey, this is kind of what I'm thinking. What do you think about this? I saw you said this, and like kind of building that network, that community, because I feel like we it's good to learn, but it's like you do everything better together.
Yep. And I think that's good too, because everybody has a different level of training. Everybody has a different level of education. And that's cool too, because everybody pushes each other. Like you said, everybody's not always outspoken, but like you said, you might have developed friendships with people in the back end in order to help you out on the journey. So, not to keep you too long so far, so how have you think this course has helped you as an individual, as a man, and with just your financial consciousness? How you think has that helped you for the long term?
Uh, I think I think this has helped me just understand that not that this is easy, but it's not hard. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not as hard as people think it is. I feel like wealth is more attainable than some people might think, and like it just takes the hard work of actually trying to understand something that's complicated and like taking that first step in order to better learn about like something as ominous as the market. Uh, uh, Overall, like it just it encourages me to make better decisions. Just that I think the concept of leading, like thinking logically instead of leading with emotion is like pretty rational amongst all different types of questions in life. But I think in particular in the market, it was nice to just like it's nice to just have that groundedness and say like, okay, I'm grounded. Um, is this a good decision or am I being greedy? And like actually being cognizant of that. Yeah.
All right. So if you had any message that you wanted to say to men in general, or men of our community, men of our race, uh, about trading and investing and getting involved with it, can you eliminate some rumors or thoughts that you might have heard yourself? Right? What message would you give for more to get, like, as you see, we do a lot of these interviews and we do get a lot of male clients, but we get a lot more women clients, a whole lot more women clients. And that's why when I get a chance to speak to you or another gentleman like yourself, right, you know, I'd rather have you guys express more of your thoughts and your emotions of learning. And you know, men are much different than women. You know, we got to humble ourselves a little bit more. You know, we got to sit back, we got to check our egos with certain things. You know, we got a lot of rumors out here. What light can you shed on people in our community or just men in general in order for us to start pushing forward and getting involved more in these financial markets?
I think with men, in particular men of color, we tend to focus on, you know, I'm gonna learn everything myself, and I think not everybody needs to stay up till 4 a.m. watching YouTube videos to better to learn something from scratch. Sometimes it's good to have like that leg up and like learn from somebody who already did that, and then you can further build on those things that on that people teach you. But also, I think something I was talking to my friend about stocks and options trading, and she told me she was like, "Yeah, scared money don't make no money," which is true. Like it's like you're gonna be like it's like you're gonna have that money, you're gonna hold on to it, you're gonna be scared, or you're gonna do something with it. And that's my whole thing. It's like wealth building wealth isn't it's not easy, but it's like it's not as hard as you think. But also like you kind of have to like take that plunge.
Got you. And that's what I noticed too. It's just that we all want security. And some of the hardest things for us to do is allow somebody to teach us, like you said, number one, and number two, put that initial investment to play. But it's possible because other people are doing it, like yourself. You know what I mean? And the thing is, once you have that education back with it, it helps build your confidence. You know, it's like I always relate everything to like the gym and working out. And you know, I'll go with my trainer and you know, I'll be like, man, I can't lift that. And like, oh, it's in your mind. You
Right.
know, sometimes he'd be like, yo, you just gotta feel the weight. Sometimes you don't know, you just gotta feel it. Even though you can't lift it like that, you just gotta feel it. And bro, I'll be on there and sometimes you just gotta feel it. Once you feel it and you realize that you can actually do it,
Yeah.
you start banging it out. And that's the thing with the market. A lot of us, we step up here like, nah, man, a little apprehensive. That's why they got simulation. That's why they got demo accounts, things of that nature. Just test your feet. Or even if you're not going heavy. Like we tell a lot of people, you can open up a brokerage account with $200-300. You
Yeah.
know, only use $100. You know, buy one contract. You know, that's it. Buy one contract. Just feel it. You know,
Yeah.
once you start feeling it a little bit, you be like, all right, boom. And before you know it, you repping out. Well, you got 4, 5, 6 contracts. You know, you really doing the thing. And
Right.
that's what the power is behind like having these interviews and talking to people like yourself is because you know it's like, hey, we got to get up out the seat. It could be another pandemic, it could be something else. We all have the money when we need it. You get what I'm saying? When we need it,
Right.
we all have the money, right? We could put some clothes to the side, a watch, a vacation, something, you know, in order to at least participate in the market, even if it's through simulation or just education, so we can actually know what's going on, man. So
Right.
definitely appreciate that. So what are some of your short-term goals, Shaquille, and what are you looking forward to in the future, just in general and trading related?
Um, I'm looking forward to leaving the house again. uh,
We all trying to leave the house. I hear you. We all looking forward to getting a haircut. We just talked
yeah,
about,
yeah, yeah.
right?
I think short term, just pushing myself to learn more about the market. I guess just I haven't executed any options trades just yet, but I plan on doing one very soon. That's why kind of like on the forefront for me. Um, I'd like to hop on options contract quick and more or less just keep testing the waters, but just pushing myself to learn more every day.
Yep. So you more of a stocks guy right now, right? Just focusing a lot of the stocks, right?
Yeah, right now. I had that one big come up, and I was like, ah, man, you know what? I was like, this ain't so
Yeah,
bad.
it's not that bad. Yeah, but options could be even better, man. Options could be even better because you
No, I
have
know,
the
I know, I know, I know.
no, but I know it's so easy. I used to listen. That's all I did was stocks before. Stocks, because that's how I was taught. Everybody
Uh,
used to always tell us and Latoya this back in 2015 and 4. We was, shorting, buying. You could have had so much more leverage if you did the options. I was like, man, whatever.
yeah,
Because I'm just used to the stocks,
yeah.
right? But then I just recently started trading more options like 2018, right?
Mhm.
That was because I'm used to it and I had the capital in order to do it. But so once you get comfortable with it, you're doing it with the stocks. You can same doing it with the options, and you'll see it grow even more. But like I said, you still got access, content, and stuff like that, and email us. But just start, implementing that when you get a chance. But I mean, you're doing great so far, and I like the fact that you was able to explain that trade to us, and that's the power, right? That's our whole goal, is for people to be able to make that decision on their own based off of what we showed them. Like, we're here to help, to instruct, but if something happens to Latoya and I or something like that, you already have that knowledge to make that financial decision, whether to get in the trade or get out of the trade based off of the structured education that you receive. So that's great, man. All right, man. I appreciate everything, Shaquille, and we'll talk to you very soon, man. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, thank you, man. You too. Have a good one.
All right, everybody. Like we say, trade safe, and we'll see you at the profit room. Bye bye.